Hey everyone, my name is Danny,
And I'm Tara.
and we are the co hosts of a new podcast called Vantage Point Podcast. I've had a podcast before, but one of the things that we decided to do as a married couple was just to do something together. And what I decided to do was hit a reset button on the podcast. And so we're going to start to do this together. Some of the videos you're going to see posted up front are kind of some of the interviews that I did my previous podcast. And starting in episode 7, it's going to be brand new stuff that no one has seen. And so one things that, like I said, we're a married couple just wanting to do things together, and so we're going to be talking about many different subjects on this thing. So if you see something labeled as an episode, that's with like an interview with maybe one or two other people. But if you just see like a titled video, it's probably just the two of us, and we're going to be doing something that we already do on a regular basis, which is just really just talking about normal subjects. In fact, before we filmed this, we were just talking about something and having a discussion about it. And so might as well film it while we're kind of having a discussion about it. And so some of it may be a little bit raw and unedited, and that's okay. And so, just to give you guys a little bit of background, even though I may look white, I'm definitely not white. I'm fully Hispanic. I'm half Cuban, half Puerto Rican. And so I'm coming from things from that kind of vantage point. And so what we want to do is create different viewpoints. And so Tara, in her background, Tara's still kind of overcoming a little bit of her camera shyness. I'm going to get her to talk a lot more later on. But she's coming from a single parent home where her dad passed away when she was 10 months old. And so her upbringing is that, and my upbringing is coming from a Hispanic home. And so we're going to be talking about subjects. Some of them may be a little bit political, not necessarily promoting a political party or a specific person, but on some issues, like we may talk about immigration, we may talk about policies, like abortion or the virus or stuff like that. And we're coming from these different perspectives. And what we want to do on these different subjects is create basically like what the podcast title is, basically a vantage point where you can look at the subject and kind of with a zoomed out view and make your own judgment on it. Now, if what we say triggers you on something, because apparently, like, everything triggers people, right? Am I right? Everybody gets offended at everything. And here's my take on that. Hey, if we offend you, sorry we offended you, but we're not taking back our opinion, because our opinion is our opinion, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. And so, yeah, we are going to talk about some subjects that may be a little bit controversial, because we're also parents. And these are things that we're working through in raising parents, right? I mean, in raising children right now in the 2020s. And so we're going to be talking about maybe even, homosexuality and all those things that go along with the LGBTQ and whatever other letters there are to that kind of community. So we're going to be talking about a little bit about that kind of stuff and how we're thinking about handling it. And maybe you guys can give us advice for those of you guys that may be a little bit ahead of us of where we're at in our stage of life. Maybe you guys can give us advice in the comments and all that kind of stuff of how you guys have handled things. And so these are, we're going to talk about all kinds of different subjects, and we're just going to have fun doing it. This isn't for fame or notoriety. This is just for us to have fun. Be patient with us as we may not put out a ton of videos, because just as we're recording this one, we're doing this late at night because it's the only time that we get to really do something like this. And so, hey, if you don't see a video for a week, just know, probably have had a busy week, or kids are sick, kids are teething, or something like that. We've had plenty of that over the last few weeks, especially teething. We have a little one who's teething, And so that has caused a lot of issues and sleepless nights and all that kind of stuff. And so you can just imagine what that's like. If you've been through that, you know exactly what we're talking about. And so just be patient with us. And so we're going to try our best to get out videos that, we're going to try for once a week if we can. If not, it's going to be every other week. We'll see how things go. But I promise you they're going to be good quality. They're going to be good stuff. I'm going to make sure that I do my research on things, and I'm not just going to bring you some meme I found on Facebook for evidence when we present stuff. I'm going to present to you guys evidence that I have found through diligent research. And I'll share with you guys whether you're viewing this on Facebook or on YouTube. I'll make sure in the description I put links to all the stuff that I've researched and all that kind of stuff. That way you guys can see the evidence and make an informed decision on your own. Just because we've reached a conclusion on something doesn't mean that you have to reach the same conclusion. You are your own unique person. And so you can do that and have your own opinion. And it's fine that you have your own opinion. There is nothing wrong with that. And so we differ on certain things and parenting styles and all that kind of stuff. And we've had to come to compromises on certain things. And so we're working through things as it is. This is kind of our way of just kind of doing something together, because we hardly ever do anything together like this. When I started my last podcast, I did it on my own. I had your support, but she was never on it. And so I kind of want something to do with her and something special to do with my beautiful wife here. And so I hope that you guys enjoy what we're putting out, and I hope that it benefits you in a way. And if there's something that you also want us to cover, want to see covered here on our podcast, just let us know. Drop drop a comment on our videos or something like that, and just let us know, hey, cover this subject. And we may cover it. Depends on what it is and whether we're versed enough in the subject matter. And so I hope that this blesses you and it helps you out. Have a great day. Thanks.